So maybe I should just record an hour of me doing that as some sort of penance for how all this happened. This was all my fault. I was fished. I was tired when I answered the response that I had a copyright strike. If I had taken the time and I had taken a beat and I had looked at the link URL, the actual link URL, or if I had gone and looked at the email, I would have been like, no, this is not true. It's not legitimate. Or if I had logged on to my YouTube account separately instead of doing it through the email, none of this would have happened. This is totally my fault. And so I might record a video just about that. And then I'll hit myself with a YouTube hammer for an hour. Quality entertainment here at AV Geeks, where we normally watch 16mm films and we don't spend a lot of time worrying about the subtle mechanisms that drive Google and YouTube accounts. I don't think I'm totally out of the woods yet. I still have to fix some things. I still have to take the hijacker's email out of the equation. It's still there, and I'm not happy with that. I want it gone. So I'm working on that still. The monetization, I don't know what the status of that is. So if you're going to support me, do it via buying me coffee or Patreon. Don't do it via the Super Thanks button at this moment, because I'm not sure where that's going. But anyways, I'm back. And I'm just going to start off by saying, oops, I made a mistake.
The most important person in the whole wide world is you, and you hardly even know you. The most important person in the whole wide world is you. Come on, we'll show you. Let's find out more about the things you feel and do, 'cause you're the most important person in the world to you. I was cutting with my scissors, cutting out a picture of a painting I had painted of a person's face. I really liked it, and I tried to be real careful. The corners in it out of every place. And then it happened, something happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so bad, 'cause I really tried. Oops, you made a mistake, that's all. And making mistakes is never fun to say. Oops, I made a mistake, that's all. And mistakes can happen to anyone. I was helping set the table, putting down the silverware and folding every napkin neatly by each plate. I got the glasses, and I tried to be real careful as I poured the milk, but I was just too late, for it had happened, something happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so bad, 'cause I really tried. Oops, you made a mistake, that's all. And making mistakes is never fun to say. Oops, I made a mistake, that's all. And mistakes can happen to anyone. Anyone can make a mistake. Anyone can make a mistake. It happens every day, and you never know when. The thing to do when it happens to you is try to figure out what went wrong and try a little harder to make it go right when you start all over again. I was building up a building taller than the tallest building I had tried before. It grew and grew so high. I felt terrific, and I placed my blocks real carefully, one at a time. Then right before my eyes, I saw it happen. Yes, it happened, and I felt so bad that I cried and cried. Yes, I felt so
Yeah, that series is pretty great. That weird furry thing at the end is always fascinating to me. And the song is really good. I played it for a friend of mine, and he was like, "Oh my god, I totally remember that as a kid." And I think they used to show that series on Captain Kangaroo on CBS. But yeah, there's some great stuff there. And yes, I'm reiterating that I made a mistake. I was the one that initiated this whole thing. Somebody made it very easy for me to make that mistake, and then have to go through rings of hell at YouTube and Google to get it back. But it was ultimately my mistake. And sometimes I just feel like Don Knotts in A World Gone Mad.
For now, on the local scene, a beautiful day and everything's going just right. And now, music to prove it.
Oh, Fred, you're fixing breakfast again.
Harriet, what are you doing down here? You ought to be in bed.
Now, Fred, you know the doctor told me I should get up as much as I could.
There, you just sit down here. There, you sure you're comfortable?
Yes, dear.
Now, don't you worry about a thing. Your old Fred's going to take care of things again today.
You're so sweet, Fred.
Well, after all, you just got out of the hospital. Can't be too careful, you know. You got the best of everything while you were in the hospital, and it's going to keep on being just like that here. Nothing's too good for my wife, you know. Well, let's take a look at what's in the mail here.
Anything interesting?
Well, it just looks like a bunch of bills. Oh, here's a letter from the hospital. Why, they sure were a great bunch of guys down there. It's our bill. $1,687.42. They gotta be kidding.
Now, Fred, you were just saying how wonderful everyone was. And
That was before I got this. Boy, they must have seen me coming. You just wait right here. Well, I mean, relax. I'll be right back.
Lakeside Hospital, director's office. No, I'm sorry, he's in a meeting right now. Could I take a message? All right. Thank you.
Dr. Neal, call the operator. Dr. Neal, call the operator.
I want to see the head man in this place, and if you think I'm mad now, just stick around.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
No, you can't. I want to see the boss. I just got this from someone around here who thought he was sending out the bill for World War II. And if anybody tries to tell you...
Just a moment, sir.
You tell him I'm not leaving here until I get some
Mr. Maxwell, there's a gentleman here who insists on seeing you about some problem with his bill.
Problem isn't the word. Mister, you made a big mistake on my bill.
Mr. Maxwell will be with you in just a moment. Would you like to have a seat?
Not on your life. I might lose some of my mad if I sat down.
How's your wife, Mr. Bixby?
Huh?
I was just asking how your wife's getting along now.
Huh. She's doing fine. In fact, she's...
You probably don't remember me, but I remember Mrs. Bixby when she was in recently for that emergency operation.
Oh, yeah, I remember. You were Harriet's nurse. I guess I was a little too worried then to notice who was around.
Well, it's nice to know everything's turning out all right.
Yeah, everything but this.
Your bill? Is there anything I can do to help?
Not unless you can fix it up the way it ought to be.
I think I get it. You're wondering why this is so high.
You bet I am, and I'm going right to the head guy about it.
Well, I just was going off duty, but why don't you come with me for a few moments and we'll talk about your bill. I'll bring Mr. Bixby back in just a little while.
Dr. MacArthur.
This bill is ridiculous. For example, look at those room charges. Why, for half your day rate, both Harriet and I could stay at the best hotel in Hawaii.
What if we cut those room charges in half?
Huh?
What else?
Well, there's this blood cross match thing, whatever it is. And the doctor told me Harriet wouldn't need a drop of blood.
Well, that's easy enough to scratch. You'd eliminate the blood cross-match. What else?
Are you serious?
Now, what about these surgery charges? A bit high?
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, they are.
What if we cut them to 1/3?
Terrific, terrific. And while you're at it, why don't you eliminate that expensive little test there? That one right there. The one made by the pathologist, whoever he is.
Eliminated. There. What do you think of those figures now?
I can't believe it. They're half what they were. But how can you do that? I mean...
Well, it's very simple, Mr. Bixby. Let's go look at the things we've eliminated.
Hospitals sure have changed since I was a kid.
They've changed in a lot of ways, some of which you might not have noticed right off.
Well, one thing I did notice was the prices. I noticed that right away.
Do you know what this is, Bixby?
Looks like a place to socialize to me.
This is the nursing station. It's where the business of patient care goes on. It provides a place for the doctors to write their orders and for the nurses to update the charts and coordinate their care. We can fulfill a great many patient needs from this area. And most important of all, it's the place where all of the records for all of the patients are kept.
Okay, so I'll admit there are a couple of things here that are necessary. I guess that's part of my bill, huh?
Was part of your bill. Remember, we've cut your bill in half. Get the picture?
Mrs. Bixby, if you need anything, be sure and shout anytime between the hours of 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Here's a schedule of when the meals will be served in the cafeteria. Oh, we'll try to check on you later if our schedule permits it.
Our business hours are 24 hours a day. That's 3 shifts.
3 shifts? Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't send your patients home at night, do you?
Hardly. But there's something else. Anyone who has duty at night is just as skilled as anyone who works during the day. In fact, skills and specialized training are really what make this place work.
Yeah, special training. Yeah. The guy who figured my bill has a mind like a computer and eyes calibrated in dollar signs.
Oh, Bixby, I'm talking about college, medical school, an internship, a residency of 3 or 4 years for a doctor. And then for nurses, 2 to 4 years of college, clinical experience, and after that, a specialty.
Well, I guess after that, they're pretty well prepared, all right.
We'll go to an operating room next.
Fine. I'd like a look at where my money went in there.
You sure you can take it?
I can take it as well as I can take this bill.
Hang in there.
She's still holding up pretty good, Henry. Blood pressure is around 100 or so. How's that look? Pretty good? The blood color's all right?
They're all a team of highly skilled professionals, Bixby.
On this next, I want to have some Kelly so when we get into this bleeding, we can stop it right quick.
Okay.
That's the surgeon, of course.
Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah.
And the nurse, who carefully handles the surgeon's instruments.
Kelly.
And another nurse who can circulate around as necessary. And notice how carefully everything is taken care of to keep it sterile.
Is that lung in your way? Yeah. Well, maybe I can let it go down a little.
What's that guy do over there, along with all that equipment?
He keeps a constant monitor on the condition and vital signs of the patient, and he uses these life support systems when necessary to keep the patient alive. He's the anesthesiologist.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I got a bill from him, too. He's necessary, huh?
Remember, we've cut your surgery bill to 1/3.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Now relax, Mrs. Bixby. It'll all be over very quickly. We only have this room scheduled for 15 minutes. Local.
What's happening now?
He's sending a tissue specimen to the pathologist. In all operations at this hospital, it's standard procedure to send a sample to the pathologist. The surgeon can't always tell by looking at the tissue with his naked eye whether it's cancerous or not, but the pathologist can tell by looking at it under a microscope. However, you remember we eliminated this test from your wife's bill.
Oh, then that means that we don't know whether... Now, wait a minute. We better think about that.
Dr. Davis, OR. Dr. Davis.
When your wife came out of surgery, she was taken to the recovery room where she was watched very closely during this critical period.
Also, there are intensive care units for the critically ill. They are staffed with nurses who have had special training in nursing care, as well as in the use of the sophisticated equipment they have here.
There are nurses all over the place.
No patient is ever left alone here. Some have life support systems going, monitored by computers.
You mean all those wires hook them right up to a computer?
Uh-huh. All of the intensive care units at this hospital are connected to a central computer system which monitors the patient. This way, all of the lab reports and the other patient data are put into the computer, and then the nurse can dial up, for example, blood pressure readings for each of the preceding 5-minute intervals.
And at the start of the new shift, the oncoming nurse gets a report from the computer as well as from the other nurse.
Next thing you know, they'll want to install a plug right here to make sure they get my money.
Housekeeper 24.
Yeah.
Housekeeper 24.
Most hospitals, including this one, have a special maternity section. But the thing that makes it unique is the nursery that goes along with it.
Yeah, well, I've been through here before.
The thing you may not have realized, though, is that intensive care is not just a concept for adults. Newborn infants in critical condition receive the same type of care.
Any doctor in the house, report to pediatrics. Any doctor in the house.
Hey, we were just here.
Yes, but this time we'll stop in the patient care unit that your wife stayed in. It's unoccupied at the moment. That's a little unusual just now.
Yeah, I remember. Pretty nice.
The idea is to make the patient feel comfortable. Now, this bed is very special. Electrically controlled. Up, down, head, knees, privacy when you need it, equipment on the wall, oxygen, emergency power supply, call light, etc., etc.
Yeah, I guess no hotel I ever heard of has all this stuff.
No hotel you ever heard of cost as much to build or run as this place either.
Yeah, that's just the trouble. Now, let's just figure a few things. Let's see now. 64 and 43 times 1 half. You know, Miss Valentine, the cost of all this gold-plated equipment is staggering. Do you realize how much we could save?
Oh, but remember, we've cut your bill in half.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'll admit you have a few things around here it's really nice to have. But what about all those tests and extras? Hey, you guys are out to make a big profit just like the next guy, right?
Wrong. In fact, most hospitals are non-profit corporations run by cities, counties, churches, foundations, and a lot of times they operate at a loss, not a profit.
Oh, come on, Miss Valentine. If you were operating at a loss, you'd be cutting back somewhere already.
Look, Bixby, where a person's health is concerned, there are just some things that the hospital can't afford to cut back on. I mean, we can't go bargain basement shopping when a patient's life is at stake.
Yeah, but we got to get the costs in this place down to a point where people can afford to get sick again. We got to keep looking around, find some frills. There must be some frills here someplace. So this is the emergency room.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
This place used much, young fella?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Just as I thought, only in emergencies.
Right, sir.
What's all this stuff cluttering up the place?
Well, there's special equipment for cardiac arrests and other emergencies, such as accidents, eye injuries, lacerations, and so forth. There are even some lowly bandages.
Almost looks like another operating room.
Well, it could be used for that, for minor things, has in fact.
Sure is a lot of stuff just waiting for something to happen.
There are many different kinds of laboratory tests, but one that all patients have is this one. This is where the blood testing is done.
I think some of my wife Harriet's blood's been in here.
Most of the blood testing is done by these multiphasic screening machines. The blood sample is put in and then analyzed automatically for 12 different standard blood tests.
And this little machine does all that?
And more accurately and efficiently, too. Of course, the people running it need specialized training. But remember, we've taken this off your wife's bill.
Hey, maybe we could get the patients to run one of these. What if this thing had a coin slot?
Bixby.
Wouldn't work, huh?
This is a very serious matter, Bixby, because the results of these tests could make the difference between one diagnosis and another, one treatment and another. That means experienced people with specialized skills and training to run it.
IV team 3B14. IV team 3B14.
This man was brought in from an automobile accident with suspected multiple fractures. Right now they're getting ready to x-ray the patella.
Care to translate that?
Kneecap, but it could be anything because this machine can do gallbladder x-ray, kidney studies, just about anything.
Built like a battleship. I got a box Brownie at home that'll take pictures, too. I paid $2.50 for it. Back in '49.
Push down with your arms. Use your arms. Push, push.
We also have in the hospital physical therapists who help restore the patients to activity. It doesn't take long staying in bed to become weak, and lots of patients need special exercises to get the old joints moving again, or to help bring back the use of an arm or a leg after a stroke or an accident.
Okay, Kathy, in deep and fast. Up, come on, pull, pull, pull.
Respiratory therapists work with patients who might need special respiratory function tests, and they also help patients with breathing exercises before and after surgery. No use curing a patient's gallbladder problem with surgery and having him get pneumonia.
Push it all out. Every drop, push hard as you can.
I guess you know who the ladies are in the special uniforms.
At least they didn't show up on my bill.
That's because they work strictly on a volunteer basis. They deliver gifts to patients, and they operate a snack bar. The proceeds from that and other activities help to go buy new equipment and other things.
Okay, I'm all for volunteer workers.
It works out this way. Over 70% of the costs of this hospital are for labor. The rest goes for special facilities and equipment, the building, and...
And?
Well, I just remembered a whole bunch of things most people take for granted. Ever wonder where the patients get their meals?
Well, I guess patients have to eat too.
And then, of course, there's laundry, light, heat, air conditioning. I'm sure you've paid your share of those. But all of these facilities and all of these people are here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to serve the patients when they come in and help restore them to...
Code 12. All Code 12 personnel, please report to me.
Code 12? What's a Code 12?
Code 12 is a cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest? Lucky thing it happened in a hospital, huh? Are these paddles ready?
Wait here. I'll see if I can help.
Nothing's too good for my wife, you know. Nothing's too good for my wife, you know. Nothing's too good for my wife, you know.
Good work.
Well, learn anything this afternoon, Bixby?
Yeah, a thing or two. More than I did when I was just here visiting my wife. But there's one thing you haven't told me.
What's that?
Well, where do I go to start paying on this modest bill?
Oh, Don Knotts, how quickly you were duped. Yeah, I mean, there's a message there that, yes, medical expenses are expensive, but there's also, where does the middleman come in? Why is the middleman making everything more expensive? What's stealing from us? I had a web channel installed for me, a YouTube channel installed for me, and so this film was made by some high school students in the Bronx, maybe Harlem. It was young people. They had a workshop where they had young people make films. This one has some music in it that might get me in trouble, but what's the worst that could happen? Enjoy. right. Yeah, so there's other ones in this series. There's one called The Potheads, which is pretty good. And it turns out New York Public Library, they had the original materials, and they actually restored almost all of these films that were made in this workshop. to new 16mm prints, which you can actually check out from the New York Public Library. They have a 16mm collection, of which some of them you can check out and you can watch and take home, like libraries used to do. All right. This next film, I showed this some time ago. This is To Forgive a Thief. That's where we're at here now, is forgiveness. Trying to forgive ourselves for the dumb mistake that we made, but we're also trying to forgive the people that did us wrong. They're just trying to get by. They're just trying to put food on their table or something. I don't know. There's a reason they did it. And it's not a personal attack on me. It is just they send out thousands of emails, and I was dumb enough to click on one. I forgive you. Please don't do that again, because it was a pain in my butt.
Dusty. Dusty, you'll be leaving here in just a few days. We want to help you get settled. Where will you go? Son, we're trying to help you.
I don't need your help.
You're 18 and getting a late start. Dusty, you've got what it takes to succeed on the outside. You've impressed us, and we want to help you.
I wrote my father about going home.
Good. No better place to start than at home.
Told me to go to hell. My own father told me to go to hell. Where'll I go now? Where can you go when nobody wants you?
Certainly not in our neighborhood. That boy is a criminal, a convicted thief.
Oh, Dusty's a teenager, Mr. Sterling. He deserves another chance.
Here, in our community? Oh, come, Judge Bryan. Are you going to allow a small group of religious do-gooders to establish an outpost of delinquency in a residential area like Rolling Hills Estates?
The halfway house sponsored by Park Avenue Church is not an outpost of delinquency. It is a Christian home where broken boys can be rebuilt.
Why don't these broken boys go back to their own homes?
Well, some do. Those who have parents who still want them. But there are thousands of delinquent boys and girls released with nowhere to go. Like Dusty, their problems began at home. Now, here's a copy of a letter Dusty's father wrote, telling his own son to go to hell. Now, would you send that boy home?
But, Judge, think of the influence these criminals will have on our children.
Frankly, I'm more concerned about the influence of your children on them.
Hi, Your Honorable.
Oh, but the boys are here. Let's go and meet them.
No, thank you. Not now. But if your plan fails, we'll meet again soon enough, in court, with our lawyers. Good day, Judge Bryan.
What's he in for? Murder?
Hello, boys. I want you to meet some real friends, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Hello.
This is Keith, Dusty, Dick, and Melvin.
Yeah, but you can just call me Gabby. Are you the people we're going to live with?
Since we never had a family of our own, we decided to go out and get one.
That's funny. You don't look like jailers.
Jailers? No, sir. In fact, you're going to live in real style with a room of your own and an allowance.
Oh, yeah? How much allowance?
Well, we'll work that out together, okay?
Okay, Pop. No. Pretty tough, huh?
Why'd you call him Pop?
Just for laughs. I never had a real pop. My mom ditched me when I was just a baby. My grandpa had me for a while before he died. He made me this boat. Yeah, this ain't bad. Me with an allowance yet. Man, this is living.
Shut up, Gabby.
All right, you don't have to get sore. I like it here. I mean, what's wrong with it?
Shut up, I said. Shut up! Christian halfway house. What a laugh. Fancy jail, they mean.
Oh, lay off. We're just trying to help.
Look, I can help myself. I don't need them or their fancy experiment. I'm no guinea pig, you know.
Dinner. Come and get it.
May not be a pig, but I'll bet you eat like one. Well, come on.
Hey, what goes?
Nothing. Just an accident.
Dusty, did you break Gabby's boat? You can at least say you're sorry.
I never say sorry to nobody.
Boys, in our home, we always start with a short word of thanks for the food. Would you join us? Father, we are grateful for this food and for the boys who have come to share our home. Bless us all with thy love. In Christ's name, amen. Well, dig in.
Hey, wait a minute. Save some room for this.
Say, what's the occasion?
Well, it isn't every mother that inherits 4 handsome sons, and that deserves a celebration.
Well, if we're going to be a family, I thought we should have some basic rules from the start.
Here we go.
Judge Bryan gave me a short list, and I thought you fellas could help us make up the rest.
I know a rule that'll take care of all the rest. No rules.
No, Gabby. A family with no rules is a family in trouble.
What sort of rules did the judge give you?
The judge suggested that we set a curfew hour. And if you need to be out later, why, you call home and check in.
Seems fair enough.
A few others include a hands-off policy on smokes and liquor. They're off limits, period.
Say, are you really serious about us making up the rest of the rules?
Why not? We're a family now, and a family is run best by everyone working together. Oh, Dusty, would you get the door, please? How about some more chicken?
Hey, perfect timing. Let's eat.
Well, hi, Mike. You're just in time for a piece of cake. Sit down and meet the boys.
Hi, Mike. I'd like to have you meet our new family. This is Keith. Gabby.
Hi, Mike.
Dusty and Dick.
Now, Mike?
Mike is studying for the ministry.
Yeah, well, don't hold that against me.
Mike's quite the surfer. You boys should see him.
A surfing preacher. What'll I think of next?
That's why I came over. The surf will probably be up tomorrow. I thought you guys may want to go to the beach with me.
Me on a surfboard? No, thanks. You could get killed out there.
How about you, Keith?
Dusty'll go. He's the brave one.
How about it, Dusty?
No,
He's scared, too.
I'm not scared.
So you're not scared. So go. I'm scared.
Isn't that one of those juvenile delinquents my dad was trying to keep out of Rolling Hills? Yeah, if we're lucky, he'll drown him. Oh, I don't know. Having them in Rolling Hills might be just what we need. What do you mean? You'll see.
Hey, Dusty, come on back. The big stuff comes later.
Can it, will ya? I can take care of myself.
Come on back.
I was doing all right. Sure, champ. But next time try going over it instead of under it. Come on.
Why are you guys doing this, anyway?
What?
Oh, the house, the cake, surfing day, why?
I don't know. Trying to help, I guess.
We don't need any help.
No?
Well, I don't anyway.
Well, I do. Lots of times. Don't you ever feel lonely or scared?
No. Why should I?
I do.
I'll bet. Why should you?
Probably because I'm human, just like you.
That's rich. You ever robbed anybody?
No.
Or been in a fight?
No, not a bad one.
Or in court or jail? You don't know what it means to be scared. First you run from your own shadow. Then you stop thinking about it. From then on, you're all right.
Now you're never scared anymore. Is that what you mean?
Well, what if it is?
Whenever I get scared, I pray.
You what?
I pray.
Pray?
Sure. I just talk to God like I'm talking to you.
Does God ever say anything to you?
No, not out loud. But he's there. I can tell.
How?
You sort of feel it. It's like you're not alone anymore.
Well, how do you know he's listening? Well, how do you know he's even interested in you?
That's why God sent his son. To prove he really cares.
You really believe that stuff?
What stuff?
That someone so big, so way out is
interested in you? Yes.
Well, how can you prove it?
Guess that's why we're doing all this. To try and prove it.
Well, how are the parents of 4 strapping new sons?
I think we'll survive, Judge. The boys seem right at home.
Even the neighbors are warming up. In fact, several of the ladies have stopped by with cakes and casseroles.
It's a good thing, too. The boys can really put away the food.
You can't really blame the neighbors for their fears. But now that they've seen the house in action, they're more convinced that it's really going to work.
Perhaps. But let's hear how the boys are doing.
It's been quite an adventure.
We've asked the boys to help with the basic household chores, and they pitched right in.
We've tried to make worship a natural part of the home. Bible reading, prayer. None of the boys had ever prayed before. Now, all but Dusty have volunteered to say grace before a meal.
The boys came up with some strict rules and are pretty hard on each other when they're broken. They vote on penalties. They call it their Board of Education.
Mike has been the boys' best friend. He's been introducing them all around the neighborhood. Without Mike's help getting the boys accepted by the in crowd, school could have been a pretty miserable place.
Keith is older than the other boys, yet he never finished 8th grade. Luckily, one of the members of our church owns a taco stand. He took Keith on and hopes to make him a manager of his own shop one day.
And Gabby's becoming quite a man himself.
One of the finest things is the way the young people at church have practically adopted the boys. It's taken real patience to get them to drop the chips on their shoulders and try to fit in, but it seems to be working.
The girls are having the best of success so far, but then I guess that's the way it should be.
The boys seem happy for the first time.
Judge, the halfway house is doing wonders for the boys. They have a home that's clean and happy and a room to call their own and a place to bring their friends. But most of all, a church that really cares.
Your experiment has been an adventure, and a successful one at that.
Last Sunday, Gabby had a talk with our pastor about what it really means to be a Christian. Late that night, he came down to have a chat with us about it. Come on in, Gabby. Been sleepwalking?
No, can't sleep.
Something wrong?
No. Well, today in church, Dr. Arn and me, and we were talking about being a Christian and stuff. I don't think I understand it all yet. Do you mind helping me figure it all out?
Later that night, Gabby decided he wanted to become a Christian, too. It's only a start, of course, but an important start for Gabby. His prayer proved that to us.
God, I don't know much about you, but what I know about me isn't all good. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. And thanks. I never had a father before who really loved me. Amen.
You see, Judge, by simply opening up our home to these boys, their lives and our lives are being changed.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. But you folks know that we in Juvenile Authority give you freedom to work as you think best. Now, the courts often hesitate about getting the boys mixed up in religion. However, people like yourselves have proven through love that you have something that the boys really need. Frankly, it'd do my old heart so much good if I could see the churches across this country pick up your idea. They could do so much with so little if they'd only dare. And there are thousands of young people who have nowhere to go. But we have some bad news from our side of the fence.
Well, what kind of news?
Well, since the boys came to Rolling Hills, there's been a rash of petty thefts in the neighborhood. At first, nobody complained, but now we're not so sure.
But it couldn't be our boys.
Oh, it might be neighborhood children. But please be extra careful for a while, especially at night.
We will.
Why'd they kill him? If he was God's son, why didn't he fight back?
Because he loved him.
Oh, come on. You mean he loved the guys that killed him?
That's right. He loved the Jews that hated him. He loved the soldiers that killed him. He even loved the disciples that deserted him.
But why'd he have to die?
Well, Christ had one plan, Dusty, and that was to prove God's love for all of us. Oh, he proved it in many ways, like healing the sick, feeding the poor, raising the dead. But he proved it best when he died.
I don't get it.
Well, after the soldiers beat the Son of God, stripped him, they put those thorns in his face, and they nailed him up. They expected him to hate them. But instead, Christ looked down from that cross and he forgave them. And that's the finest proof that God loves us.
You keep saying us. Why? We didn't kill him.
We didn't kill him, no, but the same thing that made the Romans crucify the Son of God, working in our lives.
What's that?
Well, he called it sin. There's no other word for it. It's something down inside of us that makes us do wrong when we really want to do right. It causes us to lie, to cheat, to steal, to have gang fights. It causes black to hate white and white to hate black. It causes civilized man to drop bombs, burn cities, and fire bullets. Whatever it is, Dusty, it's real in all of us. There's only one way to stop it.
What way?
His way. His way begins when we admit we're sinners. And it's hard. You know why we're scared and lonely? It's because sin has come between us and God. But up there on that cross, he proved God will forgive us. And all we have to do is admit our failure and to be sorry enough to ask for his forgiveness. That's it. He'll do the rest. Now I'm not scared anymore. I'm not lonely. I've got a friend. A father who loves me enough to forgive me.
Father will forgive me?
Dusty? It's after 11 o'clock. You're not usually out this late.
I've been thinking.
Now, Dusty, tell the truth.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth. I've been thinking.
I'm sorry if I sounded a little harsh. Judge Bryan said there's been a series of petty thefts in the Rolling Hills area, and I'm overly nervous that someone might blame you boys.
You think I've been stealing again, huh?
I didn't say that. I just wanted to...
You think I've been stealing again? I can never live it down, can I? Not even here. Once a thief, always a thief. I can't never live it down, can I? Nobody forgives a thief.
Dusty, come back. You don't understand. Dusty!
Go to hell, son. Go to hell.
He died to prove he loved you.
Dusty, tell the truth.
You been in my liquor again?
We just had one drink. It was hot.
If I catch you drinking, I'll kill you.
Will you turn off the TV?
Why? So I can hear you and Dad screaming at each other?
Don't talk to your mother like that.
Why not? You do.
Boys, in our home, we start each meal with a short prayer of thanks.
Dusty, you knew better than to steal. Your friends were a bad influence, but you knew better.
I never say sorry to nobody.
He died to forgive you.
Nobody forgives a thief.
Where will you go now, Dusty?
Where can you go when nobody wants you?
Go to hell, son. Go to hell.
Hello? Oh, yes, Frank. Another burglary? Last night? Well, it must be those kids. It's got to be. Well, don't worry, Frank. They'll be taken care of. All right. Bye. Morning, Ken. Where were you last night? I thought I told you to be in before 1.
I know, Dad, but we drove over to the beach last night and I lost track of the time. Why, what's wrong?
Someone broke into the old Donovan place last night, and I think I know who did it.
You do? Who?
Well, those JDs over at the Smiths. Who else?
Of course. It's one of those JDs. They're the ones who've been doing all the stealing around.
Judge Bryan, this is Conrad Sterling. Your halfway house experiment has gone far enough. I think last night's burglary is proof that it's your JDs and not our young people who are up to the trouble.
And God, thank you for the Smiths. Me and the guys wouldn't know about you if it wasn't for them. Bless this food in our home. Amen.
Hello? Oh, hello, Judge. Anything wrong? Well, the boys and I were here last night. We watched TV and waited up for... Oh, boy. Well, for Dusty. He was upset over something I said and just went for a walk.
Where's he going?
But, Judge, he couldn't. He wouldn't.
Morning.
Good morning.
Say, where's Dusty headed in such a hurry?
Headed?
Yeah, he passed me tearing up the street.
We'd better go find him.
Wait, I'll go with you.
Hey, wait a minute. What's happening?
Well, there was a burglary last night, and they think it was Dusty.
Dusty? Well, that's stupid.
Well, I know, but they're looking for him. We better find him first.
Where can I go now?
Dusty, what happened?
Even he won't forgive me.
Listen, I didn't tell you all the story about him. When they killed him, they killed 2 others, see? They were thieves, Dusty, and they were being punished for their crime. One was very bitter, and he missed a chance of a lifetime. But the other one, he looked at Christ, and he asked to be forgiven. And Christ forgave him, because Christ promised him eternal life. And he loves us, too, in spite of all we've done. And he proved it when he died.
I haven't been stealing, Mike. But last night proved I'm still a thief down inside.
Gabby told me that we might find you here.
Judge, do you really think it was Dusty?
Yes, but on the telephone this morning, you wouldn't let me finish. Last night's burglar didn't even get past the front window.
He forgave a thief?
Yes.
Will he forgive me?
Yes.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me.
He forgave a thief.
And so do we, Dusty.
You think someday I could come back?
You'll be back, Dusty. We'll be waiting.
Gabby, about your boat. I'm sorry.
It's all right. In seminary, we argue why Christ died. Now I know.
Why?
To forgive a thief.
So now that I'm back, am I just going to show you 30-minute Christian family films? Probably. I mean, I got so many of them. I went to that storage unit yesterday and I realized, like, holy cow, I got so many of these. And I'm trying to find one in particular that is notorious. Let me try to move. God. Don't buy a webcam from El Gato. It is such a pain in the butt to use. What else can I complain about? No, I'm super happy, you guys. I'm back. And I'm working to tie up the loose ends that I think I've got the monetization thing set up okay. I just confirmed that, and I'm trying to go through and remove any remnants of the hijacker. I think I got all the videos back live, including some that were not meant to be live. So I had to go through and like make those private again. And none of them were embarrassing of me, but they were embarrassing of other people who have digitized stuff when I provided them the footage, and that was made private. And then it showed up. So I'm going through right now and making sure that there's none of that. But thank you, really, seriously. I kind of take this channel for granted. I mean, I certainly commit a lot of time to it and resources to it. And it was clear that it's important to a lot of you as well. And so I don't want to take that lightly. It was also clear that stock footage people refer to that site, to that channel. And so I don't want to take that lightly anymore. So I'm humbled by this. I'm humbled by the response, the outcry, the people that were nagging people at YouTube. You can lay off of them now. Or it's mostly just robots anyways. But thank you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Hooray! All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody take care. We love you very much. And I love the kindness that we share with each other. All right. No more hippy-dippy. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.